Hello and welcome to the Philippines. We're going back to IT Park today, IT Park in Cebu City. Uh, and we're going to look at Avida Riala. This is an additional, I think, 4 towers. There were two Avida original towers, Tower 1 and Tower 2. And these are additional towers. Now, this is a 2 bedroom, I think 57 square meters, which would be about 613 square feet. Pardon the fisheye effect here. I must have had my camera turned on extra wide because I haven't had that effect otherwise. So understand that the rooms are not quite as big as what they look like in these videos. Anyway, 2 bedroom and a nice bath area. And this is a dressed up unit. I will show you, after this, I will show you a 1 bedroom and a studio as well. And the one that's just plain, I think a 1 bedroom that is not dressed up, but these are furnished. Keep in mind that these can be purchased or they can also be rented out. And I've had a friend that has a couple people that I know, subscribers and friends who have rented through Airbnb or Booking.com, rented units at Avida. IT Park is a unique place, 24-hour business community, lots of call centers, banks, restaurants, few bars. Pretty heavy security there. They're also building a new Ayala mall, as well as Ayala's Seda Hotel in there, and the mall is going to be multi-use with commercial buildings as well. The least expensive way to buy into developments like this is to buy during the pre-selling stage, and you always want to be aware of the risk if you buy in from a new or rather unknown developer. Development may be delayed a bit, so if you're relying on a finish date on time, that could become an issue when you buy in that early. And here's a 1 bedroom, pretty much as it comes, with the little bit of cabinets there, the sink, flooring, of course your fire alarm sprinkler system set up, and this is how you get it, so you can see that by putting some furniture in it changes it quite a bit. I am surprised that these places are still using window air conditioning units, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's your bedroom, and there again, another window air conditioning unit. They tend to be a little bit noisy. They tend to let in outside noise, which is a factor for many people. And the 1 bedrooms run in price about 6.5 million, or about 130,000 US dollars. And here is the 1 bedroom dressed up, 41 square meters, about 435 square feet, something like that. And so you can see with furniture, it looks completely different. And you can do wonders in small spaces with design. There are websites that talk about how to design small spaces. Would certainly be worth it. Studios tend to be the most popular selling, and often are the majority of the units in condo units in Cebu City area at least. And for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're the easiest to rent out. They're the lowest price to buy. Oftentimes you can buy them for under 3 million or 3.2 million, then you don't pay the VAT tax, value added tax of 12%. And real estate taxes are really very, very, very low here in and didn't have light. Electricity wasn't on here, so I wasn't able to get a good video there. The 2 bedroom that I showed you previously, I think, was listed for about 8.7 million pesos, about 170,000 US, 170,000 US dollars, I believe. So one bedroom is more livable at 40 square meters. And we'll take a look at a studio unit here, and I think this is about 4.5 million. I think when they originally were pre-selling, they were closer to 3 million. So that's about every 6 months or so, as they go from pre-selling to the start of construction through various stages in construction. They oftentimes have automatic updates from 2 to 5% is what I've been told over that course of time. So price increases are kind of built in many of these units. And so keep that in mind as you're looking at for projects. Will they continue to go up in price over the years? It's anybody's guess. But there again, depending upon how you design, utilize the space, you can make a big difference there. And I'm going to add a bonus here too. I had a friend who rented an Airbnb, and he invited me up to view his and video his unit, and they'll vary greatly in price and in furnishings as you go through the booking.com, airbnb.com, those types of sites to rent on a a shorter term basis, and prices will change accordingly also. The IT park is a very unique area, and they do get a little bit higher price because of that. And here's a look inside of a studio unit that was rented by a friend of mine, I believe through Airbnb or Booking.com, one of those. And everybody that buys one of these, they're going to furnish them a little bit differently. Many will supply Wi-Fi and cable television. Not everybody, so those are things that you want to check in your pricing. Not everybody will include hot water heater. One of my friends found out at Mabolo Garden Flats, I think he rented there, or Persimmon Condos, that he rented the place for a week and found out there's no hot water. And I've had friends and acquaintances who have told me about their stories where they've been charged like $1,000 cleaning fee at the end when they moved out, or it says it's fully furnished, but that means many different things to many different people. Some people really do furnish everything, like here the water with a pump and rice cookers and a slow cooker and a toaster and almost anything and everything, the pans and plates and utensils. While other people consider a small kitchen table, a small couch, very small television, uh, maybe a pan and a rice cooker. They might consider that as being fully furnished. There are places you'll go in and they don't include air conditioning. Many people in the Philippines, that's an added expense to run that air conditioning. So if they're planning on renting mostly to Filipinos, they may not supply. In fact, several places I first looked at did not have air conditioning, and the broker I was using told me, well, this owner will probably put in an air conditioner if you want it. In other cases, it was, if you want an air conditioner, you're going to have to buy it and install it. Well, I don't want to buy an air conditioner and start hauling that around. I'm certainly not going to give it to a landlord when I move out. And also, the terms of the rent can often be negotiated. Sometimes you have to give something to get something else. I've got a friend here now who rented the people he's rented from. They wanted a 1-year lease, and he said, well, he was sure he wasn't going to be here a lease for a year. And they said, well, 6 months. And he said, well, I've got some family issues at home. I've got an issue where I may have to go back. So they finally allowed him just to go pretty much month and month. And he's been there 6 months, or she's been there, I think, 3 months. And he has that issue that has come up back in the States, and he probably will have to leave. But anyway, you may be able to negotiate the terms of your lease. I've had a friend offer 6 months cash at 10,000 a month, so 60,000 pesos instead of the 12,000 that the guy wanted, plus 2 months deposit for every month. And anyway, here's how you would get a studio unit, pretty much, I believe. And this is the cabinets and sink in the kitchen, the outlets, the flooring, and still has some materials in here. A spot for your air conditioner. I don't think they supply that. They may. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I'll show you a picture of the site layout here as well. And here's a site plan. Looks like they have 5 towers planned there, and I think 1 or more are occupied at the present time. So anyway, safe travels to you all, and I'll see you next time.